some things that we are changing in terms of what we will do to take a commitment. And not all those things are necessarily grandfathered, but there are some things going forward, that what it means to be committed to Miami and a series of criteria that has to happen for that to happen. There was a series of criteria of what happens once you are committed to Miami that's never been in place in the past. And then, and that our recruits are aware of now, you know what I mean? And so we have a whole calendar, and again, I don't want to get into the details of what that is, but just that is something, again, from the inside out. If we don't put value in something, it's just sales, right? If I'm trying to sell you a microphone or something, I've got to create value. I have to make you want this. But before you value it, I have to value it. And so I think the way that we look at ourselves, the way that our current players look at ourselves, and part of it, and it's always going to come from the inside out, like I keep saying. It's got to come from inside this building. And the next step, it should come from our fan base and our community. And part of that is not tolerating, people not respecting the University of Miami, not respecting their hometown team. That's something it's very personal to me. I want to be personal to our staff. I want to be personal to our players. And that's okay. And other people can go other places. That's why there's 130 schools. But the University of Miami is going to get back to where it needs to get back to, with players that love the University of Miami. They love what it means to be a Miami Hurricane, and they understand that value. So when I say I can see our team, and I can see glimpses of what the Miami Hurricanes should look like even on Saturday with a very disappointing loss, okay, I want guys that see the same thing. And I want guys that want to be a part of the solution.
That game here, and plus having the fans in the seats.
Yeah. Well, again, we're very excited to be playing at home. We have been in two very difficult environments, and you want our guys to come out, and you want them to feel the support of the Miami family, the Hurricane family, and to put some pressure on our opponent, because obviously what happens in these next 5 weeks is going to say a lot in terms of where this team is and what happens in our season in the ACC Coastal, right? And so to be able to start, to come home, to feel the energy and the excitement of our fan base, starting with Cane Walk, 2 hours before the game, and just getting off the bus and just seeing people be there. I think there's some things on tape. I would come to watch Cam Harris and DJ Dallas run the ball. I'd come watch Jaron Williams play. And I know for a fact that I'd come watch, Shaquille Corbin, Mike Pickney, and Zach McLeod play their last run of games at home, because those are guys that you want to say 5 years from now, 10 years ago. Every time I had a chance to watch Shaq Corbin play, I came to watch him play. And heck, if it happens, come watch Lewis Headley punt. You know what I mean? That might be worth a ticket too.
That we're going to run north. We're going to get the ball. We're not going to be an east-west team. We're going to run the ball downhill. And I thought those guys exemplified that Saturday night to a T. And one thing that happens with running backs in my experience, having been around some really, really good ones, is that when one's on the sideline watching the other one run hard, they kind of realize, when I get out there, I better run just as determined and just as hard. And that's what we tell the guys: if you want more carries, you need to earn more carries. And again, I think both those guys played very physical. I think they ran hard, and it was too bad Cam had 2 long runs called back. He's got some bad luck there right now with that. But both those guys, we felt really, really good about their performance. Playing a lot more physical on the perimeter too. Coach Stubblefield's done a really good job. Jeff Thomas is blocking downfield, Mike's blocking downfield. Those guys are, Brian Hightower got to play, Lee Wiggins got to play, Mark Pope got to play. We played Larry Hodges as a true freshman, played some tight ends and some H-back for us as a true freshman. Michael Irvin got in the game, had a catch. He played very physical when he got his opportunity. So we tried to play a lot more players. That was a goal of ours. We want to continue to do that. As I mentioned, Tate Martell, we need to get him in and get him going. And Lorenzo Lingard, when he gets fully back, cleared, ready to roll, he's looked really good these last couple days practicing. He'll have an opportunity to play, and we feel really good about him and think he has a bright future as well. So, it's a lot better, obviously when you win. Obviously we didn't do enough to do that, but it's a lot better for your morale when you have more guys playing, just from a mental standpoint, coming over to practice for Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, and they all come over here with maybe a little bit of jump in their step, but they're going to have a chance to play and have a chance to help their team win. Is a real positive for our entire team.
Yeah, I think we're doing a good job rushing the passer, and really when you go back and watch the tape, their quarterback made 3 or 4 throws under pressure. And the receivers made really good catches, which, you tip your hat when the team executes like that. But I think we're getting pressure there. The quarterback did a better job protecting the football than he did in the first week that he played. But I do think our pass rush is there. I think we ended up with whatever it was, 4 sacks and had a lot more hits on him throughout the night. But we knew going in, he's a tough kid, and hats off to him. I thought he did a good job, staying poised throughout the pressure.
Like Pro Football Focus, for example, his first 2 games were not really highly rated. Is he getting off to a slow start?
No, I thought he played great. When you look at last week, I do think Florida, he probably tried to press and do too much. But I thought him and Pickney, and I don't know what Pro Football Focus graded Pickney, but I thought those 2 played significantly better this week versus North Carolina. I know Shaq missed 1 tackle. I don't think Pickney missed 1 last week. But I thought they both played really, really well. They seemed a lot more poised throughout the game. And they're going to continue to get better, as the year goes on. But I thought Shaq Portman did a heck of a job versus North Carolina.